Welcome to HPC News Bytes, a weekly show about important news in the world of supercomputing, AI, and other advanced technologies.
Hey everyone, welcome to HPC News Bytes. I'm Doug Black. Hi Shaheen.
Hey Doug, how are you?
So let's start off with a story involving Gartner. They've issued hype cycle reports pointing to what I think is a breakout year in composable computing. The firm, and this is according to an announcement from Giga.io, reported that while composable had market penetration of between 5 and 20% in 2022, this year those numbers could jump to between 20 and 50%.
Oh, that's excellent. So I think all of this is towards a, shall we say, real-time coherent infrastructure, which is a good destination and is in its early stages. But a few things are going on here. A fast interconnect that can do memory coherent transactions, and PCIe plus CXL will do that. And then actually composing resources under one copy of the OS. But I wonder just how many people are going to do that, especially given containers and other sorts of software partitioning and application isolation. Great progress nevertheless. Now, speaking of containers, a new development that was announced this week was focused on making it easier to use MPI with containers and different languages. MPI, for Message Passing Interface, started back in 1992, goes way back, in simpler times back then, and it was a library and continues to be a library. And as it grew, it has led to many implementations and launch models, and this has led to an international team now that has proposed and built an application binary interface, ABI, to simplify its use. There are trade-offs, of course, as usual, but it is a positive step.
MPI is one of those technologies that started in HPC and has been adopted by the general IT market. So this is very good as HPC becomes more of a norm in enterprise computing, something that NVIDIA and AMD have done in exemplary ways, as they have morphed their HPC work into AI. Speaking of AMD and AI, Mipsology, a French startup founded in 2015 that develops AI inference solutions tailored for AMD hardware, has been acquired by AMD. Company's flagship Zebra AI software supports industry frameworks such as TensorFlow and PyTorch. And I have to wonder, Shaheen, with generative AI so hot, if we will see more M&A activity coming up in this space.
Definitely. A big question is, what are these guys going to do next? And I think there's an interesting indicator of where chip vendors might go to get more growth, especially those who are doing really well right now with the AI build-out. So they have to simultaneously enjoy doing well right now while bracing themselves for really tough compares next year this time. So they will be like heat-seeking missiles looking for sticky revenue and margin.
Okay, and here's a story, Shaheen, that I found interesting, but I think you view as kind of old news. And this is that a Harvard scientist used Google Cloud Platform to build an HPC clone for heart disease research. This is according to a Reuters story, which they call a novel move that other researchers could follow to get around a shortage of powerful computing resources and speed up their work. The problem is that the scientist and his team at Harvard had access to only one HPC run, and to do additional runs, they modified Google Cloud to get about 80% of supercomputing efficiency.
Well, I applaud the team there for using the word clone, because otherwise using public clouds for serious computing is not new and has been growing and has shown several examples and demos. There are various startups looking to simplify and lower the cost of running multiple big applications on the cloud. So more than a decade ago, in 2011, Cycle Computing ran an app for 7 hours for what they said was a top 5 pharma on a 30,000 core cluster on AWS at a peak cost of $1,279 per hour, they said. So things like this have been done for a very long time, but progress comes in many forms, and this is good.
Okay.
All right, that's it for this episode. Thank you all for being with us. See you next time.
HPC News Bytes is a production of Orion X in association with Inside HPC. Shaheen Khan and Doug Black host the show. Every episode is featured on InsideHPC.com and posted on OrionX.net. Thank you for listening.